Throughout history, emperors and kings ruled as gods by telling their subjects that they are appointed by God. As God's representatives, they were supposed to know all the answers about the world they live in.
There were as many answers about the universe as there were kings.
Everything that they claimed about the universe and everything that they told are figment of their imagination.
The Earth was believed to be flat, orbited by the Moon and the Sun.
In the past, space and the universe were all about UFOs, about aliens, and life in the cosmos. In the 1940s, scientists' theories relied on public sightseeing of UFOs. Ironically, the UFOs were very similar in shape to the cars at the time.
50 years later, in the 1990s,
UFOs were also very similar in shape to the cars at the time.
As if the aliens were modeling their spaceships after our vehicles.
Or maybe, these UFOs are also the figment of the imagination. Then modern science brought more confusion with the discovery of a star that is 700 million years older than the universe itself.
700 million years older than the universe that it's in. The discoveries were made by using optical and radio telescopes in space and observatories on Earth.
Scientists and astronomers rely on these methods in order to provide us with answers that hold true for today, but will be proven wrong tomorrow, with newer technology. Like the kings and emperors of the past, scientists today insist on a flawed century-old theory about the origin of the universe, the Big Bang Theory, of the 1920s. What telescopes do not show, or detect, is the rest of the universe that is not burning, heating, reacting, shrinking, expanding and erupting.
A universe that did not exist before the beginning. We will travel to the past, to the very beginning of time, armed with the knowledge that we already know about our universe. This is before the beginning. There is nothing before the beginning.
Whatever originated in the beginning
was not there before the beginning.
Explaining the difference between the nothing in our universe and the nothing before the universe existed.
There is nothing before the beginning.
There is nothing in this safe. There is nothing on this table.
The nothing in the safe and the nothing on the table are not the same as the nothing in before the beginning. The nothing in before the beginning is a constant that does not change under any condition. The nothing in before the beginning does not change under any condition.
While the nothing in the safe is a variable that is conditional on whether or not there is something in the safe.
Explaining the nature of the constant state of nothing.
Hypothetical demonstration to explain what a constant state of nothing is. Constant state of nothing never changes even if matter enters it. The constant state of nothing does not change, it is eternally constant.
This hypothetical demonstration is intended to help understand the constant state of nothing. The bullets are not entering CSON, as bullets would enter a wall and get lodged inside the wall, or go straight through the wall.
The bullets disappear as soon as they hit CSON.
Where did the bullets go?
They are no longer there.
Our mind wonders the minute we ask unanswered questions, questions about issues that are still a mystery.
We will demonstrate an example about issues that have answers today, but were a mystery in the recent past. somewhere in Europe during the early 1800s, trying to explain computer technology.
This is the inside of a hard drive, almost full with files and folders. We have low-level formatted the drive. All the files and folders are now gone.
Where did the files and folders go?
They did not go anywhere.
Where did they disappear to?
Where did the bullets disappear to?
They are no longer there.
The difference between constant state of nothing and nothing.
There is nothing between A and B. The space is empty.
The space between C and D is filled with books. The space is not empty. On the other hand, CSON is a constant, empty state that does not change. It remains nothing regardless. It is an eternal constant nothing.
There is nothing between A and B, for as long as the space between them is empty.
Before the beginning, there is an eternal constant state of nothing.
Our universe contains elements that are eternally inconstant. Nothing there remains forever. Everything in there ends, and new ones begin.
On the other hand, the constant state of nothing is an eternal constant that does not change.
Explaining the element of recognition, at a time when there was nothing out there to recognize the existence of anything.
There is a constant state of nothing before the beginning.
And nothing else existed anywhere.
If nothing else existed, then who recognized before the beginning as nothing?
We are. We are now recognizing it as nothing.
But we were not there before now.
We were not there, but there was nothing there to recognize the nothing before the beginning.
There was nothing there to recognize it.
Nothing else was there other than nothing.
Then that nothing recognized before the beginning as a nothing. Which means that this nothing did recognize before the beginning as a nothing.
The nothing recognized the constant state of nothing.
Before the beginning, there was, and still is, a constant state of nothing.
In the beginning, there was, and still is, nothing.
There was nothing, and there still is nothing.
Before the beginning, and the beginning, are one nothing, made of two parts.
Like our body, is made of several parts. The first part is the constant state of nothing, an eternal constant nothing.
The second part is the nothing, an eternal inconstant nothing.
The nothing is our universe, and the constant state of nothing is the nothing in before the beginning.
Explaining how we perceive our universe.
Our universe is in the beginning. We are in that universe, in the nothing, but we are not nothing according to our senses.
We have 5 basic senses: touch, sight, hearing, smell and taste. The sensing organs send information to the brain to help us understand and perceive the world around us.
The brain analyzes the information from the senses and concludes that we exist. Accordingly, we perceive ourselves and the world around us as real. We do not see ourselves as nothing. The universe that is visible to our senses is made of billions of galaxies, represented here by yellow dots.
This white dot is our solar system inside our galaxy.
We are in there, in the beginning, in the nothing. We are on a rotating Earth, orbiting the Sun, that is circling a spinning galaxy. On that Earth, our brain analyzes information that is sent to it by our senses, information collected by machines that can only detect sight and sound. Our brain creates out of whatever our senses feed it. It creates this.
And this.
And this.
And this.
The brain creates the same way for all people of all times.
And all races. The brain can create whatever it wants, but it is not within our brain's capacity to figure out the universe.
The information about the universe is all around us, but we are not in tune with the sense that receives it. Just like this statue. The music is there, but the statue does not have the sense that receives it. The information about the universe is all around us. Information about the universe that is not created by our brain.
Information that can only be received by the sense that is dedicated to understanding it.
We will not understand the information by using our reasoning, logic and intellect, because the brain cannot process the unexplained and unfamiliar. The following hypothetical examples demonstrate how we react to the unexplained and unfamiliar.
Somewhere, in Europe during the early 1800s. Trying to explain computer technology.
Where did these files and folders come from?
They were created by the drive head.
A drive head creates? Only God createth. This is blasphemy.
Somewhere in Europe during the early 1800s. Trying to explain DNA science.
Today we do not react in that manner when we hear strange answers to mysterious issues, but unfortunately we dismiss the answers that do not conform to our beliefs.
Somewhere in Europe last week, people's reaction when they see shape, with before the beginning, and the beginning. The shape is a mere visual reference to before, the beginning, and the beginning.
The first part is the constant state of nothing, an eternal constant nothing.
The second part is the nothing, an eternal, inconstant nothing. Both, constant state of nothing, and the nothing, are parts of one, nothing, similar to our organs, are part of one body.
One nothing.
One nothing. In that one nothing, the nothing recognizes constant state of nothing.
This recognition by the nothing is made by the inconstant nothing that came to be inside the nothing the instant constant state of nothing was recognized. The universe is an inconstant nothing. In the nothing, the universe came to be the instant constant state of nothing was recognized.
An inconstant universe, whose sole purpose is to recognize the constant state of nothing as a nothing.
A universe made of nothing matter, that ends soon after it begins. Everything in this universe terminates itself and everything else begins.
In the next chapter, we will explain how the nothing was created, and how to open your sense in order to enable you to never end by becoming a new creation.
Blasphemy.